So there was something as men that I was unaware of, and maybe you were unaware of also, that occurs during the warm months of the year, being summer, known as summer long balls. Have you ever heard of this term?
I've never heard of the term, but when you said that term to me, I instantly thought that you meant that your balls hang low during the summer, and then the health problem is that you are apt to sit on the ball, your testicles, and crush it and feel very uncomfortable for at least 5-10 minutes after doing that.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not what you're talking about.
No. Well, it might be a symptom of that. It sounds that like during the summer, because it tends to be a warmer portion of the year, blood vessels and capillaries tend to be able to open up wider and thus allow more blood flow normally. When you're just in a static position, nothing else going on. And it's characterized as being basically an engorgement of your testes. And
it doesn't sound bad.
It creates this true, but it might be a little difficult with,
there are dudes who inject
mobility.
Saline to engorge.
Those are just weirdos. Those are just weirdos. Yeah. Basically, some men tend to have some extreme cases where it's a very noticeable bulge because of that. Some of them have discomfort wearing shorts or wearing, their jeans, their pants and stuff like that, just because things get a little bit harder to try and tuck and keep in a certain spot.
Wait a second. Okay, hold on. We already have a lot to unpack here. You're just blowing through these details.
Yes.
Okay.
The one highlighted there on the screen is one that's very specific to somebody on the show.
I've struggled with this condition myself.
I would love you to be on that commercial for prescription jokes.
This was more of a toilet issue than it was my personal testicle issue.
Well, it seems like your personal testicle issue is this.
No, this happened during
but you seem to have it throughout the year.
I was going to say this happened during the winter too. That specifically was the toilet water in my old apartment's toilet was notably high enough that my girlfriend once remarked to me, "Is this okay? Because it seems like your balls would touch the water." And I was
did you clog your own toilet without telling me?
With my balls.
With my balls.
His body made a perfect seal against the drain.
Well, it sounds like you have year-round long balls.
I don't have...
In a sense.
Okay, as I said, this was specific to the toilet issue.
Okay.
But it has happened in the past. This happened in college, too. But in my current living arrangement, I do not struggle with this issue.
Okay.
That being said, I want to go back to this issue you're talking about where guys can't get their balls in their pants. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, if you scroll a little bit further up on the article, there's an anonymous further upward. Yeah. One guy says, "It sucks," an anonymous gent told The Cut.
Oh.
"I wish I could wear sluttier shorts in the summer, but I can't do so comfortably."
Okay, so it's shorts. He's talking about his balls. Okay,
shorts, yeah.
But again, wear briefs. I told you recently I have switched back to briefs because I find them to be much more supportive and encouraging.
Because weren't you doing the boxer briefs?
I still wear boxer briefs mainly, but during the summer months I kind of came back around. I was experimenting. I was thinking at work. I was like,
How do I beat this summer heat?
Yeah, my balls are very loose right now.
What do my boys need?
And I was like, I know what I need when I'm down is somebody to pick me up. So I sent away to Amazon.
Give a helping hand to a couple of lads.
Raise me up when I'm down is what I'm saying.
And
and I ordered a 3-pack of just Hanes briefs on Amazon, and I haven't worn these really since college. Or
how much did they go for?
I can tell you. And maybe it was actually a 6-pack, but it wasn't very expensive. It wasn't anything. Why? I mean, I used to, like how we're talking like we've been in a relationship. I used to wear American Apparel briefs all the time.
I know.
Alex and I have known each other a long time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the 6-pack of Fruit of the Loom men's briefs were $17.97.
Wow.
And it was that's a lot. Is that a lot? 6 pairs of underwear for $18. And they were, I don't think anyone is not going to.
Where'd you order them from? Amazon?
Amazon. And it's two blue, 2 gray, and 2 navy. Like, does that matter? I don't know. But I will say one thing that I was thinking about as my briefs arrived was, how did briefs become the standard underwear for boys until the age of 12 or like
12,
14?
13.
Yeah.
Puberty.
Puberty.
Basically when you started.
How did that happen? Like, how did Fruit of the Loom corner the market and be like tighty whities until you're 18? Like, how did that happen?
Mom's got to clean the streaks out.
Yeah, like in white underwear for little kids.
Yeah. Well, we had to buy.
Shaming him by name already.
We had to buy some bigger underwear for him because he was like he'd wake up and put on some underwear and be like, Dad, these are so tight. I need bigger underwear. I'm like, all right, we'll get you new underwear. And we got him like a variety pack like that.
You were forcing your kids
blue,
to wear too small of underwear. How did that happen?
I didn't know. I didn't think that they were too small. But I think it's also because he has a set of Pokemon that are size 8, and then like a set of like what are they? Mario Brothers underwear. And the Pokemon are getting too tight and the Mario aren't, but it's because they're two different manufacturers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But they're both size 8s.
That's also the other thing about the other swindle in boy underwear is it needs to be from a franchise that you support. So I remember arguing in favor of getting He-Man underwear. Yep, He-Man when I was a kid. Because I've told this story before, in the commercial, when the kid puts on the He-Man underwear, he turned into He-Man. And
did that happen to you?
I was like, I want to be He-Man too. And
how did that work out for you?
By the power of Grayskull, He-Man is here!
So did you end up getting on to boxers when you hit puberty?
Sure, yeah,
Did you
I
go through a
remember.
boxer phase?
Oh yeah, I went through a boxer phase.
Okay.
I mean, that was like a sign of that was growing up. Was that what kind of kid? If you were changing for gym class in junior high in tighty whities or briefs in general, it was like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. I'll put it this way:
if it was the '60s, it was acceptable, but not nowadays.
I have considered to myself that on the days that I've worn briefs, if I was in a bank robbery and they made us all strip and I was the only guy standing there in briefs, I would be pretty embarrassed about it.
You'd also be very easily picked in the line out. Yep.
I wouldn't have to be in the
tidy whities.
I wouldn't have to be in the lineup. I'm not robbing the bank.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Wait, what did you think I was doing? I was forcing all of us to
I thought
strip?
you were yes. It was very hot.
No.
And you had summer long balls.
Haven't you ever seen like Inside Man, where the bank robbers force everyone to strip so that and then put on. So what you do is, here's how, pro tip when you're robbing a bank so that you don't get yourself shot.
Yeah.
You everyone has to wear the same clothes so that the cops don't know who's a robber. So you come in with 50 pairs of like onesie overall, like painting.
Oh, like Dickies?
Yeah, something like that.
Dickies workwear.
And you force everyone to strip and put on the same outfit.
I need all of you to strip down to your underwear. Now. Put on one of these suits and these masks.
But I'm just saying that if they made me strip in my little briefs, it would be embarrassing, and everyone would be like, "What's this guy's deal?" I'm like,
they would make you put on your onesie last.
just, wait, to make fun of me.
This guy's got tidy whities.
Look at this idiot.
Make him put on his speed suit last.
So, anyway,
make him stand on one foot for a while too.
Because girls' underwear doesn't really evolve. Men's underwear has it's like Darwin over here. We have an entire evolutionary journey.
Yeah. Theirs becomes very peacocky. It goes from just being regular, like I guess like underwear bottoms to like more
It's like a bikini
delicate
bottom.
flowery, kind of lacy in some cases. That's kind of, I mean, ours is like it's like we're going from like the Model T Ford directly to like, you know, like a 1950s Chrysler sedan and stuff when we go to like the boxers, and then we get this like, I don't know, Ford Pinto later on afterwards.
What's the Ford Pinto?
I don't know, kind of like the boxer briefs.
I think the boxer briefs are a sleeker version of the boxers. So it's sort of like you get a pickup truck. You're in your boxers. They're functional. They're kind of bulky, take up a lot of room, and then it sort of evolves into, here's the practical, the best of both worlds. You have the support of a brief with the fit of the coverage of boxers. Yeah,
but it gets back to a thicker material as opposed to the boxer.
Boxers are thicker than boxer briefs. You crazy man. What is happening over there?
I'm a boxer. My boxers are pretty thin.
You want to show off your boxers?
Good.
But briefs are the same thinness as boxer briefs. It's the same material, but just a different
regular
cut.
boxers are thinner material than boxer briefs.
I don't believe that at all, but I'll accept it for you, for your sake.
Right. I mean, I've only got Hanes stuff. Okay. But maybe Fruit of the Loom has a different type of thing.
It is true. I only buy Fruit of the Loom at this point. I have kind of left the Hanes world. I've had bad experiences with Hanes. I find them to not be the best quality. I don't know. I'm maybe I need to go back.
I've only had them because that's what Michael Jordan had. And I'm like, I'm not going to...
That's better than what I thought you were going to say.
His airness says goes.
I thought you were going to say it's what my wife buys me, which I was like, Alex.
She will notice if she's doing laundry sometimes and she's folding stuff. She's like finding all these potholes in my underwear, and she's like,
time to
I
get
think
new
we need to get
underwear."
you some new underwear. Yeah. And I've said the same to her. I'm just like, you need some new underwear.
Like how the two of you take care of each other.
We're in it for the long haul.
It's like, babe, you need new underwear.
Because it's like, it's like, God forbid something happens. I'm like, I don't want to get back onto the dating scene. I would not want to do any of that again, especially now.
Dating's awful.
All of these people that have listened to our podcast over the years and they've heard the horror stories that we talk about that's going on out there and stuff like that. Like, it's like, I don't want to, I'm too scared.
Right.
I would just basically move in with you. Just be like,
with your kids.
Brian,
That'll be
you
great.
need your underwear. You need new underwear.
Oh no, you just turn into my wife. But so what I was saying though is that like girl underwear, it just is the only thing that changes in girl underwear really is like the butt. It'll evolve into thinner or like narrower versions of the butt until you get to a G-string. But that's like the primary difference in female underwear over
shrinkage.
Shrinkage of the butt.
Shrinkage of the butt.
Men have like a very like defined like time of your life, because I feel like old men
it's very modular.
Men, it's like it's cyclical, because I feel like older men of a certain age end up back in briefs too,
and then diapers.
It's like men are a much more poetic species. We are
the hero's journey.
Yeah, it's the hero's journey. Men are just a very poetic, satisfying, cyclical process.
Yeah.
Speaking of satisfying, we should still be talking about long balls. I'm sorry.
So basically, the reason for a lot of this type of stuff is that it ends up, it's because the body is trying to self-regulate its internal, temperature and stuff like that. And because of that, a lot of this type of scrotal, because of it, the temperature, when it's cold, then the scrotum tends to kind of tighten up. Testes kind of move more towards the body. It's almost like a turtle kind of, getting into its shell. And then during summer months, since it's warmer, it's able to acclimate better. And thus, it kind of like loosens up, things hang down, the testes, fall more so and stuff like that. So that's why it kind of creates this thing.
Nursery rhyme that you're saying?
Yes.
Testes all fall down.
Yeah. So, and then like it says up there, that's when, there's also additional sweat that happens during the summertime because, you're moving around, you're sweaty, you're mowing the lawn, and it creates that, that bat wing effect as they refer to it lovingly.
It's like puppetry of the penis.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Good memory.
Did we watch
Whatever
that
happened to those
together?
guys? We watched some of it together. Yeah. It was more just like
people are
being like, people paid money for this.
People are like, who are these guys? They seem very comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Watching puppetry of the penis.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you scroll a little bit further down.
Wait, hold on. I just want to say really quick. This he said he feels the need to rearrange things down there and is worried about people noticing in public. I always run into that after driving a while. And especially it's a problem when I get out of the car and I'm walking to the grocery store and I can feel my balls are like too centered and not jutting out in front the way they should be. And so there's like this weird, it's like a double step. Well, the one hand goes into the pocket to try to like kind of cup up without anyone noticing as
There's
you're
a
like
maneuver.
doing the maneuver. Where you take one longer stride with your right leg as your left hand goes in to kind of try to cup and pull and keep everything centered.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to send the ball down the ramp and the pinball machine. It's like,
oh, here we go.
flick of the wrist.
Too hot for YouTube over here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Why is this? Stop it. I like how it goes away and then it comes back. All right, here we go.
Yeah. So basically, according to that lovely pictograph right there, it's because men that happen to have varicocele or enlarged veins within the scrotum, so guys that just, I guess, naturally have larger veins in their body, specifically there, those appear to be the ones that are the most susceptible to this summer long balls. Because it definitely shows you there in the first picture that, that's what normal veins are. But then the ones that have the larger veins in the center picture, that's what their normal look is throughout the year for the most part. And then during summer, they get really larger. So that's what kind of causes a lot of this low-hanging fruit during that time period.
I'm not really into the high and tight balls. I don't know. I think it was with everything in my life. I think a nice grounded middle of the road. Yeah. I don't want them at my knees, but I don't want them in my stomach either.
Yeah.
So
yeah, right. You don't want to look like you're just like where some woman would be like, "Have they dropped yet? Does he have a medical condition?" But then you also don't want to look like a bull.
There's a full time
just kicking them with your knees.
There's a full times coming out of the pool where I'm just like, man, oh man, I'm glad that I'm wearing a swimsuit because this would be like, how do nudists do this? This is just like
I don't think they care one way or another.
Yeah,
They're just like, just look at me in my full glory.
Then again, I have to say that when during my King Spa era of going to the Korean bath pretty much once a week, and I did use the cold plunge pool pretty much every time I was there. There is at a certain point you are just kind of like, this is just how it's going to be, and I'm too old to be too insecure about this, and so I'm just going to do it, and everyone else has to live with it.
Yes.
And so it's just like, I guess, if you this is the world you live in, being a nudist, having your balls basically sucked into your groin. It's just par for the course.
And I think the other biggest issue in their lives is probably making certain that you don't forget where you left your towel, because that's everywhere and anywhere you go, you have to have that towel around. I kind of would feel like at a certain point it's just like, just wrap it around your waist like you got out of the shower or something like that, even though it kind of goes against the whole nudist thing, but it's easier to remember where it's at.
That will make people feel more uncomfortable that you're wearing a towel around than if you forgot your towel.
Or
King Spa doesn't have a rule like that. King Spa was kind of like you just did it on your own of where you were going to sit.
What was his face? David Cross on Arrested Development, where he always wore those
never
like
nude.
Yeah, the never nude jean shorts.
Jean shorts. Yeah.
Just walk around nude as Colin like that. They're like, why aren't you nude? He's like, oh, I am
nude.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I need you to be completely undressed.
I am completely undressed.
So yeah, it's apparently an issue with which it seems varicocele, scrotum specific varicose veins affecting about 15% of men. Whoa. So still a noticeable amount.
Varicose veins of the scrotum.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, varicose veins of the and that it's apparently harmless. They are able to decrease fertility. They're supposedly they appear 2 to 3 times more frequently in infertile men and can be treated with minor surgery. So while they are a major, a cause of the summer long balls, there's a lot of additional type of problems that come as a result of having those types of veins issues.
Well, okay. Would you be able to see these varicose veins in your balls? Or
that's kind of my question, because according to the picture, it kind of the graph makes it look like they are internally.
Right.
They're not like a lot of times varicose veins. I've always heard it, referred to women like in their legs and such like that. Especially like those that, yes, primarily when they get older and after they've had children and such, like they, a lot of times if that's kind of what they seem to appear from and stuff like that. So while that's the case for that looks like they tend to be more of a close to surface level, subsurface level, where they then become more pronounced. The scrotal veins seem to be kind of like right down there, along with like the tubes from the testes, and it has the blood coming in there and stuff, which kind of that's more internal. So I don't know if it comes like a varicose thing, then I would imagine maybe it kind of takes on that kind of appearance for men that would have that issue. Because I feel like if they're saying, okay, well, it causes fertility issues, I could see maybe that these veins become so large that they end up kind of blocking, like basically like squishing the testicular, like the tubes that lead from the testes. Basically it kind of, I would say it kind of restricts it so that any type of sperm have trouble trying to go up the tube and stuff like that.
I just wanted to know if it was visible for self-diagnosis. Like, is this something that I can just look and say like, oh, that's new? Mm-hmm. Which it does. It looks like it is. Like, there's a bunch of these pictures that are kind of saying like, yeah, you'd be able, if you had it, you'd know it. Seen on surface of scrotum. There's a diagram. So, but I don't like. But
okay, spermatic cord. That's what I guess would be called.
But like, what would you? There's not like there's treatment for this stuff, is there? Yeah.
Well, I think it said there that a minor surgical procedure could be utilized, because I think there is procedures for like varicose veins of the legs I've heard about that you can have done to kind of reduce them or remove them and stuff like that, or something like that. So they would probably have something like that to be done in this scenario, which would, help alleviate the issue of the summer long balls, but more importantly, hopefully would be able to lessen, the issues with fertility and such like that.
Yeah. And there are pictures. If you're really interested, there are more photographs.
Yeah.
So we should be doing this episode during like Men's Health Month. Is that like, when is Men's Health Month?
November? Is that when they do No Shave November? Or is that kind of what it is? International Men's Day.
Men's Health Month is June.
Oh.
So.
Oh, okay. That was November, but maybe that was something else. No Shave November or something else.
Isn't it Movember, Mustache November? I think it's just some kind of. I've never been into the growing. I've donated instead of in lieu of growing out a mustache. Just because I had a mustache once and I don't need to do that again.
I had one for a brief moment and then I was told to go away.
And I'm going to put that picture up now. You didn't just have a mustache; you had a handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of mustache.
I look like Dietrich Bader from Office Space, who's like Ron Livingston's roommate.
Hey, man. Check this out, dude.
Oh, geez, Lawrence.
Well, I'm sorry, man. I thought you want to see this. Doesn't that chick look like Ann?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, she hasn't been over here in a while. You two still going out?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I get the feeling like she's cheating on me.
Yeah, I get that feeling too, man.
Continuing on, Senpai.
Yes.
About men's issues.
Yes.
You sent me another article from the Hollywood Reporter of all things, that paragon of men's health.
Yes, paragon of men's health. Deep, hardcore investigative journalism. Bringing you the biggest topics and stuff like that.
The rise of the $200,000 penis.
Yes, there has become so. Over the years, you've always heard of women getting the majority of cosmetic surgery. And in more recent decades, it has been cosmetic surgery for their sexual organs, but more of the physical, external image and look of those parts.
You're talking about a vaginoplasty?
Vaginoplasty. I've heard about Botox injections into the G-spots so that they could be able to, it would make it more standout-ish and pronounced. We've all heard stories about anal bleaching. That's always been a popular thing.
Yeah, anal bleaching's a whole other.
Yeah,
they're trying to engorge the G-spot.
Yes. So it's more pronounced during sex.
That sounds unnatural. That just sounds very concerning.
Mm-hmm.
What is G-spot injection? American Society of Plastic Surgeons?
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. This is sorry. We'll get back to penises in a moment.
This is more prevalent.
But
yep.
The G-spot, blah, 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 interior wall,
a mommy makeover. Vaginal rejuvenation as a mommy makeover.
The procedure involves injecting hyaluronic acid
or collagen.
Collagen into the G-spot. Magnify sensitivity fourfold. Enlarge the G-spot to the size of a quarter. It also thickens it to the width of an pencil eraser. Not only does this help increase overall sensitivity, but the injection also forces the G-spot to project lower into the vagina for more comfortable stimulation. Lasts 4 to 6 months. I mean...
Yep.
All right, I guess. Fine. If that's really so... If she really needs it, great.
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 for 4 months seems a little steep, but
let's break that down per day.
I'd be curious about efficacy of this and how much it really makes a difference, but that's a whole other topic. Sorry, we're sticking with penises this week.
Well, that was a good example of saying, women have had these bunch of procedures for a while. Well, men have now started for a while doing these, and some of this happens to also be injections into the penis and also Botox injections into the anus, which I believe it's referred to here as the whole tox. So Botox for your whole tox.
They're putting it
Something like
into their G spots. They're putting it into their penises, and now they're
Into
putting
the
it into their
butthole.
butthole. What's the point of that?
To make it more, I would say, enticing, desirable to look at,
To make
more
what is putting
user friendly. They want to.
Doesn't putting
improve
Botox plump it up?
Well, it sounds like, according to this article,
Sorry,
that
I guess we should read those.
Oh, that's fine. It sounds like it allows the anus to relax as opposed to being tightened up, because there's a whole thing about there's like a specific type of, I believe it's like a tendon or something that surrounds it that like causes it to like retract and expand.
I thought the problem with this was that it loses elasticity and then just becomes incontinent.
It sounds like this is trying to do that, like to basically make it loosened up.
All right.
As opposed to having it, high and tight, where you can put a piece of coal in there and get a diamond.
I got whole tox for my job and just for overall comfort. A lot of people I know are just too tight. He adds, which can mean anal penetration will lead to hemorrhoids and other complications.
Anal fissures.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
it's a good thing we're not monetized, because it's like now none of this matters to us.
Yeah. So this is basically, this article itself talks to somebody who's an adult film actor, and he was saying about how female stars tend to have everything you hear about BBLs, Brazilian butt lifts. They got the boob lips, hair extensions, but with men apparently there really isn't anything. However, nowadays there are clinics out there that are able to do types of male genitalia kind of surgical procedures. So one of them is in order to get, it says there, to get a larger penis.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine, buddy. They basically use the hyaluronic acid filler and polymethyl methacrylate, which is a medical kind of acrylic. And that hyaluronic acid, I think, was what was referenced to in that G-spot article or section that we were reading about earlier with the G-spot injection. So basically, he says that if you're going to get, an extra half to a full inch, average man's going to have to use at least 20 injections into the shaft, the head of the penis, and at the base. So it sounds like it's a long-term multiple injection procedure just to get, an extra. Best case scenario would be an inch.
Okay, we'll get to that. But can I just say this little
Yes.
note at the end is very current year.
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, it's just it's what the f does that add to it? What are you talking about? Fucking idiots! I'm just so sick of it. Also, who wrote this article? I don't know what that means. Is that I don't know.
Is it an anagram?
Is this a woman or not? Who's Oren? Is Oren a male name or a female name? What are we dealing with here? It's a guy. Okay.
All
right.
6
It might not even be the right person.
Who knows? We'll go with it.
We'll just. Hey, is this we don't want to do a Hasman
Gold?
Is his name Hasman Gold?
Asmongold. His name is Zach.
Asmongold. Who's Hassan?
Hassan
Piker. That's what I was
Hassan.
trying to do. Was that he went after that dude for no reason? I know. But with that guy that they doxed the dude and it was the wrong guy. That whole issue that happened. Never mind.
Oh.
Moving on. Very good.
Okay. Yes.
20. So there's people that want to stick a bunch of needles in their dick to get an inch and a half, or half an inch to an inch.
Yes. Best case scenario.
I don't know that that's worth it unless you have a 3-inch penis.
Yeah.
I think that if you're into the range of micro penis world where every inch counts. But I think if you're at 6 or 7, or like even 5, 6, 7, you're in that category. It's really like if you're in the middle category, it's not worth it. If maybe you have a 10-inch dick, if you have like a 10 or 11-inch dick, and you're like, I just need a little extra bump to get to the big leagues.
Well, see, I've heard stories about that because.
Oh yeah.
I used to throw 40-yarders like that back at Polk High. I've heard stories about like from female actresses that said that when they were working with guys that were like that, it took them a long time to get fully erect because
too much blood.
At that, yeah, and it's just like, and they're like most of the time it's like half asleep. It's like not even really that. So they're like they're having to pop multiple pills and stuff just to keep the blood flow.
I mean, from whenever
which sucks
even like
because you got great length, but it doesn't do anything.
Well, no, I'm just saying that people that have like people on Reddit or whatever who have talked about having a gigantic dick usually are sort of like it's more of a hindrance and a medical condition than it is some kind of flashy thing. Like clearly there are like it's as usual the higher end of average is like where people are like, oh, that's a good dick, and girls are like, I like that penis, that's an A+ penis. And then you get, when you're into the extremes, it's the same as everything.
Yeah, it's more like an abnormality.
The normal vagina is designed for the average everything. So like if 1, 2, 3 inches is not part of that mean, and it's the same. Yeah. So if you're at 12 inches, you're basically it's the same functionality as 3, where the girl's in pain now and doesn't want to have sex.
Bell curve.
The worst, I'll tell you this. I was dating a girl once, and she was telling me about her sister. And it was like the cruelest thing I've ever heard a woman say. She was like, my sister dated this guy who had a very small penis. And she was like, she told me that when they had sex, she felt like she was a woman.
It looks like a very engorged clitoris.
Yeah, that's brutal. Like that just makes me sad for everybody, mostly for the guy, but for everybody involved. Because imagine being a woman. And you're like, imagine being a woman in 2025, right? Mm-hmm. And you're all body positivity, and everybody's beautiful and everything's great and everything's wonderful. Oh, that guy's a small dick, and I love him, but I can't date him anymore because he has a small penis.
Yep.
And it's not,
and all that proselytizing goes out the window about the positivity.
And I don't think she's like, I don't blame her for that though. Mm-hmm. It's sort of like naivety. It's sort of, this is life. Life is not life is more nuanced than your ideology is going to ever really accommodate. Mm-hmm. There will always be, and it seems like cosmically the world will throw that curveball at you because of your naivety. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I strongly believe this. Oh my God, this one thing that's a very specifically against my worldview is now I have to deal with.
It's different when it happens to you as opposed to everybody else.
So penises. So is this mostly about penis size? Is that what they're dealing with?
It has to do with because they're injecting something that's a type of medical grade, as they said, medical grade acrylic in your penis. I don't believe it really says like what ends up happening to, like, if it's absorbed by the body, or if it's something that somehow gets taken out of your body through urination or whatever it is. But it's people are getting all these various types of injections to try to do this, and they did mention about the butthole Botox briefly and stuff like that.
Okay, but again, what does the butthole Botox do?
I think from what it sounds like, it sounds like it basically helps loosen Botox. While you think Botox kind of plumps stuff up, livens stuff up, I think this kind of has the opposite effect on that particular. There's a specific band. Yeah,
treatment to relax anal sphincter, which can help with chronic anal fissures and other related conditions. All right. I guess maybe the idea is if you do it chemically like this, it's not like forcibly stretching anything. And so then when you're done with wanting to be this way, it will naturally regain its shape, like the T1000.
Elasticity.
It's like the T1000. Like when its head blows up and then it slowly like comes back together. Now I'm just looking at penises. I don't. That's not what I was looking. That's not what I was looking for. Before and after penis enlargement photos. What do we got? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not going to show the pictures, obviously, but just the image that they use for their marketing is amazing. Okay.
Well, that's before he takes off his tidy whities.
Yeah, you can actually see.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that everyone is happy.
Both hims and hers.
What the is that? This is all weird. Okay.
Have you started down the rabbit hole?
I have. I'm just saying. This isn't... Nobody wants that. We've gone into like weird, crazy world.
It's growing layers like an onion. It's,
I'm
you
just
know
saying.
what that reminded me of? Those old YouTube videos where the guy would put on a t-shirt after t-shirt after t-shirt. That's kind of what it looks like. And why does it look discolored? It looks like a bratwurst. It's terrible.
It's just... I just mean it looks disproportionate. It's like, what's happening?
He looks like the final boss of a dungeon who's just gonna like fucking bullet spam.
It looks like they're putting the sweaters on. Oh, it's so perfect. It's like a giant body and a little baby head.
He looks like the Goombas from the Bob Hoskins Mario Brothers movie in the 90s.
God, that's so good. I love it.
Goombas.
The sad thing is that all of this comes down to people being very insecure in their own skin, which is, I think, just a general human condition. And so even the people that are like these sculpted, like it's
Adonises.
it's their job to be naked, still feel nervous and insecure about parts of their body.
Right.
So what is a normal person? Yeah. What chance do you have?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I feel like this would be similar to many cases that you hear about regular cosmetic surgery, where it's like it's kind of like a bag of potato chips. You can't just have one. It just becomes like, oh, I need my lips done, I need my nose done, I need my brows done, and it just becomes this consistent thing. And I kind of feel like since they were saying that like some people have had like 20 injections of this stuff just to gain, a single thing. It's like the process just for one is a lot of is a lot of sessions, and probably anything else would be additional stuff costing a lot of money.
But like some of it is just like the anal bleaching is weird. Like that's not something that people in the 60s and 70s and 80s and maybe the tail end of the 90s.
Tail end, yeah.
Oh,
tail end,
so to speak. Nobody, like, people weren't like, oh, well, I can't jerk off to this porn because her
butthole's too dark.
Her butthole's too dark. I was gonna say, what's the? Oh my God, I can't. Whatever. Perineum. Her perineum is too. I kept thinking tiramisu. That tiramisu is way too dark.
And when you eat the tiramisu, you're just like, thinking about buttholes right now.
Oh, that's funny. They've got like a little
Taste of amaretto and ladyfingers.
Oh god. They've got like a little whatever. It doesn't matter.
Little ladyfingers in the butthole.
Okay.
Your brow is very furrowed as your.
Well, I thought I was looking at. I thought it was going to be a
Going through these
butthole, but it was
pictures.
a nipple instead. So it really threw me off.
They can throw you for a loop there.
So there are people
Bleaching their
bleaching
nipples.
their nipples.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
so
It's getting weird now.
all right. Now it's getting weird.
Well, hopefully everybody learns to be comfortable.
In their skin.
Yeah. Until then, dark buttholes for all.